So, what's going on with K-pop? Is it becoming more international? The changes groups are making, groups like Cat's Eyes, who are actually created and made and trained in the U.S., calling themselves more a K-pop group. Is this going to be, is this a good trend for the K-pop music industry? Is this going to either destroy it, ruin it, or is it going to build it up? You guys voted on my polls. This is what you want, and this is what we're going to get. Hello, my friends. How are you all today? Yes, I know it's been just a long, long time, and I do apologize. I've been going through a whole lot. You can hear more about that if you join this channel by hitting the join button. It's just $5. You get little tags next to your name that gives you priority for me to respond or to see your comments. You also get access to the Discord server, access to all of the videos that had been on the Patreon that were for Patreon users only. You'll have access to all of that and any new and upcoming contact, and able to request. And I might run contests where I'll give free readings to those who are, to a member every month. I'm thinking of setting something up like that. I gotta be asking the members what they would like to see more of over there. More bang for their buck. Also, you can go to my TikTok shop. You get a package like this set up of my novel, Breaking the Heavens. What is Breaking the Heavens about, folks? You have heard about, the fall, the war of the heavens and everything. Well, there was a rebellion with the celestials, angels and demons against the deities. Chaos, one of the eldest goddess that before all the titans is who I have in my story, tried to pretty much just eradicate everything. Failed, was in prison, is now being watched in the in between by Agwe and Lassarin. They are, gods and goddesses. You might be more familiar in Haiti and in the Caribbean. And so they are guarding them. And the book is about the Celestials. Because they won their war, they can now be living, demons can live amongst humans without being restricted. Because before, the gods controlled everything, controlled whether they could go or not, and they now have children, and these half celestial beings have secret society, and this is a big love story. He's rich and he's adopted. Aaron doesn't know whom his real parents are. He has lost everything with the war with a half demon, and well, he finds love, and this young man who didn't know that he would, he didn't know anything about angels and demons being alive and on earth and being brought into this whole whirlwind. And chaos is trying to break out. To do what they want to do is basically just jumpstart the world, destroy it, and start over again in their image. And these young men have to try to stop it. So yeah, it's spicy. I have to warn you, if you're not into spicy, you don't want to get. But this on the TikTok shop, it's an autographed edition. It's for $18.99. You can also just buy the book online, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Goodreads, other international websites. Yeah, that's basically it. You can get the book there for less. It's sort of like $10.99 in some areas, and you can also get it in digital form. But enough of that. I wanted to let you know, go on a TikTok shop. You can find that there. And what else is going on? Yeah, you don't join the channel. Join. You can find out more about what the heck I've been going through. And, we're all going through a lot of trauma in our lives. I'm sure a lot of people shaking up about things. And then yeah, there's been a lot of changes going on for my family and and we're just rolling with it, and we're getting through. But let's talk about K-pop industry. What the hell? Okay, so Cat's Eye has broken onto the scene, and I always think of Bong PD. He kept saying, he made a controversial comment about let's take the K out of K-pop and make it more international, and he was getting all excited about this, and that upset people. It was very offensive to people who were like, well, wait a minute, K-pop takes on what's so more unique about K-pop is it's taking and mixing different genres that don't always mix. You're taking rap and you're taking pop and you're putting it together and putting it in a group of people who have different strengths, and dancing is very key because not all pop stars and not all rap stars can dance. Some can, and those who can, we know, but they're expected to be able to do all three, and this is a very and it's a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to listen to. It's their dancing and the music. It's great. I enjoy K-pop, but you kind of see how K-pop has taken, has evolved and created their taken from all over and created their own kind of package deal. Now, Wong PD came out, founder of the group Cat's Eye, which is supposed to be a K-pop group that was created and trained over here in the U.S. So, yeah, they haven't been as welcomed over there in South Korea because, well, they're not accepting them as true K-pop. Now, yeah, in K-pop groups do have members who are not necessarily from South Korea. They can be from Taiwan, Japan, China, to name a few places, and Malaysia, and or they're Asian and they're from, they've been living in Australia or US, UK, different parts of the world, but they're still Asian or South or from Korea, or families from Korea, so they're Korean. You know what I'm saying? But Cat's Eye has all sorts of different international nationalities, and some of the girls are of a mixed races and living in different parts of the world, and they have all come together, and they haven't been as welcomed over in South Korea, and I understand why. And people are wondering, well, do South Korean K-pop do the K-pop groups have to become more international? Um, and what effect? They're collaborating with Western artists more. They more and more songs are being sung in English, or some parts of the songs are in English, and some are doing full songs in English. And not everyone in South Korea speaks English, so it's kind of like for them, they can't get as involved, or they're not feeling as connected, and I get that. I really do. I understand. So, and I don't think they're wrong in what they're feeling, because they love a group, they're getting into the group, and also the group's like, now we're all only going to be doing everything in English. And it's kind of like, what? I've been your fan for how long? And why are you pulling? Are you going to go? Are they going to go more? Our group's going to change and forcing more English. And I'm kind of, is this going to destroy K-pop industry, or is it going to become more relevant? The Grammys suck. When someone's like, "Oh, they're a Grammy award winning artist," it doesn't really mean shit to me, and I'll tell you that right now, because I don't think that these awards are actually geared towards the fandoms, to the listeners, the music, and what they really like, and who they think should be winning. MTV Music Awards, I think People's Choice Awards, they seem to be more relevant and more on track of what is happening in the world and how, people are enjoying different artists. But the Grammys are snubbing, and they should be snubbing. It's like this, kind of like the Oscars are this, like, I think Golden Globe winners have a better, are more relevant than being an Oscar winner. And I think it's because these old awards shows, they haven't grown with the times, and they're still holding on to this elitism, which can very much, elitism can be meaning racism. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you catch me? You hearing what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not white, not English. It's not going to be recognized as much. They're like, well, we make little categories just for you guys, and you can stay there while we put Whitey up on top. Okay, I said it. Now and then they give out a token. It's like, oh, we will recognize this one person of color. And it's like their token, it doesn't seem sincere to me. So I'm pissed. Award shows, I just don't pay much attention anymore. I'd rather be paying attention to what fans are saying. Watching YouTube channels and reading blogs and stuff of fans talking about the groups and other people reacting to the groups and who are in the industry. And yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? I don't believe K-pop should be trying to focus to get a Grammy on their own. I think that is, the Grammys don't deserve them. That's what I'm going to say. Well, I think we should get into the tarot reading and see what we're going to see. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. You think I'm out there, crazy? Or you think I'm onto something? Please let me know in the comments below. Remember, subscribe, like this channel, give it a thumbs up. And, if I irritate you, you can thumbs down me. I get, fine. But let's get into this, okay? So I did this video, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. But the sound wasn't working. OBS updated and changed all my stuff mics to default. The live mic to default, and the default never is the mic that is my default mic for some reason. I don't know. But hey, I fixed it now. But I want to, I'm going to redo this reading because it was really good. And I think it's a good message for the K-pop world. You see, the first card that popped up was Temperance. Okay? And with Temperance, it's need to proceed caution, take time, thought out. The Empress is nurturing. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. And so, from here, what I'm seeing for the industry of K-pop, they can't force themselves to be westernized. They should not try and force to fit into some other cookie cutter here, This is them, and here's another shape, and it's kind of like, don't try and put the triangle peg in through the circle peg. It's not going to, circle hole. It's not going to work, okay? You need to take time and understand who, the importance of what makes K-pop K-pop. The foundation of it's the people, it's the creativity, it is their culture, it's the mixing of different music genres and coming together. All right, this is something that they need to nurture, and they also need to Pay attention to the fans. Because if you push too far and you're going into the Western world, some of the groups are not going to fit in. So they're going to lose their fan base in South Korea and Asia, and they're going to not have much of anything in the international world. This has to be nurtured. And I think bringing the fans, including the fans, into the ride of, hey, let's see if we could get our group over, acknowledged more overseas, and having the fans being a part of it, okay, is important. Include them, don't exclude them. The Queen of Pentacles here. It's going to take a lot of hard work. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, but remembering that the core family of the family foundation. When I say family, it's the family of K-pop, the whole industry, the music itself, and the dance scenes, the singers, the rappers, choreographers and producers, everyone involved, composers, the cinematics and the videos, these things, and the costuming, the attire. Remember what made K-pop so successful. And it's already starting this recognition of, hey, K-pop music is good. There's a lot of amazing talent over there. It's already being recognized. So don't try and make things happen faster than it should, because you're going to lose your fan base and won't be able to create another fan base, basically, because yeah, see, they need to go out into the world remembering who they are. They need a balance. They need to keep balance. Like the Queen of Swords, she is, is she Libra, right? Yeah, she's Libra. And she represents the balance and being decisive, being brutally honest with what is happening. So there has to be this brutal honesty while nurturing going on between the groups and the fans and everybody involved in agencies, seeing where changes need to be, but not forgetting who they are. Okay, that has to happen, because here's the Eight of Cups. Don't be afraid to make changes to grow, to better yourselves, okay? Don't be afraid don't cling on to what has always worked in the past, okay? You have to try and do new things. And I think some of this is going to has to deal with more marketing, and advertising out. The agencies have to be more willing to take a risk submitting the music and the albums and the videos to other awards, getting more airplay, using YouTube and Spotify definitely to reach a new fan bases. They have to somehow break that algorithm. And there's ways to do that, okay? Because if they don't do that, they just stick to themselves and don't try and reach out, you're stifling your profits. If you're too greedy, you're thinking, oh, but I'm going to make enough money just by here, I'm making plenty of money, you're going to become irrelevant and stagnant and no growth. You stop clinging. Because like I said, you're going to close the door to new opportunities. Taking opportunities is to be more creative, and because if you don't, it's going to become boring, impotent. It's just, if you're just going to put out the same old, you want to bring something new. You want to take the creativity and connect with the other side. Western musicians collabing with Korean, and it needs to go both ways. Helping each other out, getting introduced to Asia, South Korea music. You know, welcoming them on a level competition wise. It's like, Western music is not better than K-pop. Okay, okay. There's a whole different styles of Western, but if you're looking at Western pop and rap, you can't say that all of that is so much better. K-pop is just no, no, no. There are amazing artists on both sides. Okay, and so Grammys, I think, are too elitist, and I think they're outdated. They're irrelevant. I don't care if you win a fucking Grammy. What makes the awards that mean more to me are like the MTV Music Awards, the People Choice Awards, the awards that are paying attention to the fans, to the music listeners, and what they're watching and listening. Because K-pop is already, right now, the industry is going through a major fucking shakeup. The corruption is like, and also, I need to say this, folks, but one agency having detailed information about other groups and how they're being on the internet, their representations going, if they're being attacked and what they're being attacked for, and their groups, the agencies, their groups looking at their groups and who has the stronger this and who has more appeal. You want to dissect all that so you can see what's working, what's not working, what's working for them, why is it working for them, why isn't it working for us, what changes do we need to make so we can be more competitive. And this is not new, and it's not bad. It's competition, motherfuckers. Okay? Now, if other agencies putting money to harm another group or hacking them and releasing information to harm them, that's bad. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a difference. I don't see why people are not. All I can think is people don't understand how business works. Any industry, people making doorknobs. They're going to be looking at their competitors, seeing what are customer reviews, what are their problems that they're having with this doorknob company. What are they having? Are they the same? Are they different? What are their company's strengths? Oh, can we do better if they're weaker in this area? If we can show this, prevalent how we're better in this one area, we might attract some of those customers. It's all part of business. It's all part of it, man. So, but there is corruption in there and mistreatment of the idols is coming out. And you are seeing some corruption where some group agencies are trying to take down the other and using some pretty shady, illegal tactics. Because what's going to happen is there's going to be a rebirth and a regrowing. They're going to have to be willing to grow, rebuild, so that they can come together again and coming together with the other side. It's kind of like, okay, we've cleaned house, because the opportunities are going to come into place. New spurts of creativity, fresh energy come to the industry. I think that's what we're going to be seeing with the K-pop industry. I think if they don't do any of this, they're going to collapse in the fall. If they push too hard, they're going to fall. If they don't push enough, they're going to just crumble and just become stagnant, irrelevant. Kind of like the Grammys are irrelevant and stagnant. So are the Oscars. Can I just put that out there? Man, I have such a... One of my daughter's friends has strep throat. I'm praying we're not getting that. I really never gotten... with all of my respiratory issues, with the asthma, bronchitis, my immune system is weaker, so I get pneumonia, COVID. But strep is not something I've ever gotten. And I really don't want to get it. So I'm trying to be careful. Some warmth. That helps. Folks, I'm going to let you all go on this note. K-pop has a chance to grow and to be known as themselves. They need to, focus on your roots, your foundation, and grow, and let other things influence. Take positive things from other outside sources to grow, okay? And just keep evolving. But don't force an evolution. You can't just jack it up with some steroids. You gotta nurture it. You gotta work with the fans and the community so that they're feeling involved and on board with what is happening and can help their favorite K-pop groups succeed in a more global market without losing who they are. That's what I want to see. I would like to hear your thoughts on this and your opinions. Let me know what you think. I'm sorry that the first take of this video had no sound, so I redid it because I found this just to be such a good, uplifting reading of hope. And I hope the word gets out, remember, sometimes what makes you unique is going to help you stand out and succeed. It's what's going to attract others. I love you all. Remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. Join my site. Hit the join button. It's only $5. And you'll get access to a wonderful community on Discord. And you get access to me. You also get exclusive polls, contests, videos, you name it. I'm going to be also asking more what you guys want to see over there. Also, go over to my TikTok shop. You can get my novel. Hey, you know what? Yes, I have specialized signed autograph editions. Right now I only have 10 available that I make it available, and I will restock as needed. But you can also just buy the book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Goodreads, any other international and website booksellers. You can find this. Breaking the Heavens by me, Dee Sparta. Hey, it's got the gods and the angels intermingling with the humans, and the humans trying to figure out what's going on and to stop the world coming to an end. But there's also love. It is spicy. It's LGBTQ inclusive. My boys, Aaron and Castor, are they going to be able to save the world? While trying to figure out who the heck they are? I don't know. Well, I do, but gotta read it. Book 2 is I hit a writer's block on that, but it's flowing now. I'm having a lot more fun. I've introduced some other gods. In the first book, Agwe and La Serene, Haitian gods, goddess of the oceans, okay? And chaos are very prevalent with the angels like Michael, who is a woman in my stories. We have Lucifer hanging out, Azrael, and others. The new book, I'm introducing Loki and Artemis and some others. So it's fun. And if you like the CEO millionaire to Sundra kind of guy, fall in love with the younger, not too young, but person who shares things in common that they didn't realize, someone who comes from a poor family and, is adopted and, just never had any connection, and they find each other. They start discovering a lot of more secrets about themselves, the world, and oh my god, chaos. She's coming to restart. She wants to destroy everything and make everything in her own, and can they stop her? I don't know. Read the book. I love y'all. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and I will see you around.